Big ugly windmills, they ruin your neighborhood.
President Trump's been tilting at wind power from day one.
They're a joke. They don't work. The wind doesn't blow. Those big windmills are so pathetic and so bad.
Clear about his intentions.
They killed the birds, they ruin your landscapes.
To gut the industry, especially offshore.
There are windmills all over the place, and they are losers.
We're on the New England coast near Newport, Rhode Island, and 24 kilometers off the coast here is a large wind turbine project nearly finished. One of 5 in development up and down this coast, but twice since August, the U.S. Department of Interior has forced work to stop completely, costing these companies hundreds of millions of dollars and risking workers' jobs. As we're about to show you, this is the center of Donald Trump's war on wind.
I'm sad to say that I think Canada has a big opportunity because of the stain that the Trump administration has left. Our loss will be Canada's gain.
But first, here in the U.S.
This industry was booming, and there was a pipeline of work that was promised for decades, and it's seemingly almost come to a complete halt.
Harry Anton is with the AFL-CIO in Rhode Island. When the wind projects came to New England, workers trained up for offshore.
The second stop work order was issued days before Christmas. They feel betrayed. They feel like they've been punched in the gut.
The stop work orders were aimed at 5 projects along the Atlantic coast. Revolution Wind, half owned by a Danish company, Ørsted, was 87% complete. The Trump administration claimed the projects pose classified national security issues identified by the Department of Defense, in spite of passing years of all previous approvals. In January and February, the companies fought back at the U.S. federal court, and they won all 5 legal challenges.
What we have seen, I think, in this country, whether it's offshore wind or otherwise, is that litigation is Trump's love language, and we have to learn to speak that language right back to him.
So business is back and work is resuming here at the pier in New London, Connecticut. This is the big marshalling hub for offshore wind development, where the giant towers and the blades get assembled before going out to the ocean. Ørsted, that Danish company, and Eversource piled in $100 million to develop this pier. But after the existing projects are up and running, the future looks dimmer.
The money's already spent. The stuff's here, you know? So why are you gonna stop it now?
Ian Kapura worked on the refit at the New London pier.
I think that's just a power trip. He's just trying to use his muscle just to get what he wants. Obviously, that administration's about oil and coal and gas, and the last one wasn't.
In Trump's war on wind, the uncertainty is putting a big chill on future investments. Ørsted's stock took a dive before heading back up, and the CEO recently told an earnings call, "We have no expectations whatsoever to increase our exposure to offshore wind in the U.S."
Right now, the level of confidence in the market is less than 0. There really is absolutely no confidence in the private sector in this market.
It's pure politics, Trump versus wind, and the Democrat voting states on the East Coast. We arranged a call with Rhode Island Democrat Senator Sheldon Whitehouse at his office in Washington.
His whole administration is staffed by stooges of the fossil fuel industry. This wind power is cheap and abundant. And so with all of the funding that the fossil fuel industry has given to Trump, this is kind of payback. Our loss will be Canada's gain.
In a strange twist, the attempted purge here in New England could benefit Canada in the long run, with Nova Scotia's Premier pushing for wind power off Canada's east coast. Nova Scotia Premier Tim Houston is already pitching a Wind West megaproject with initially 5 gigawatts of power off the east coast and potentially 40 in the future. Talking it up at an Ocean Tech conference in New York.
Incredible wind speeds.
And signing a memorandum of understanding to collaborate with Massachusetts.
All right, Nova Scotia.
We connected with the Premier at Government House in Halifax.
The interest is through the roof, Honestly, this is either the best opportunity in the world or one of the best. There's a lot of eyes on Nova Scotia right now.
Wind West could take a decade and cost $40 billion to build. Transmission lines, another $20 billion. The plan would be to export some of the power to the U.S., says the Premier. You can build the turbines out in the ocean. The technology has advanced, but the transmission lines will be extremely expensive. Who's going to pay for that?
Yeah, a combination. The industry will pay. Governments, there's a role for governments. Tax credits, we're having, very encouraging discussions with the federal government.
Back in Rhode Island, Revolution Wind is weeks away from first power, promising lower-cost electricity. But the war on wind here does have supporters.
All we're seeing them is taking away trees and taking up space in the ocean, and it's wrong.
What do you think of the president trying to shut them down?
Yeah. Like, it's one of the things I give him a thumbs up on.
The White House warns, with legal appeals pending, the battle is not over yet. But wind power advocates hope fairer winds will ultimately prevail.
While it's a challenge and we have to manage the maniac in the White House in the interim, there is real benefits being seen in these states. So I think we will still see the development of clean power.
Here and up the Atlantic coast in Canada, too.